The classic Hofzinser ace problem created by Dr. J.N. Hofzinser. Or was it? The classic 4 ace trick that we know as the Hofzinser ace problem is sort of an urban legend. Let me explain. The trick was actually put together by a magician named Jack Avis in 1958. He was inspired by Edward Victor's Dio ace trick out of the book Magic of the Hands, published in 1937. So here's what happened. Just imagine this scene. So Jack Avis and Di Vernon were chilling in the Magic Castle in a dark corner, having some drinks, jamming. So Jack does this really cool 4 ace trick, and Di Vernon just lights up and he has to think of something clever. So being the person that Di Vernon was, he goes, "Well, that's not your trick, that's Hofzinser's trick." So naturally Jack is just like, "What? I read about it in a letter, it's called the Lost Ace trick." The only correlation that Hofzinser has to this plot was Vernon's erroneous claim. There has never been any evidence to back this up. So the question is, why did Di Vernon make this up? I don't know, perhaps he was senile, but what I can tell you is that Di Vernon was sort of notorious for taking people's tricks and calling them his own, so I'll just leave you with that. So since then, there's been hundreds of variations on the plot, and the one I'm showing you today is by Peter Duffy called Hofzinser by Stealth, out of the book Effortless Card Magic, published in 1997. So I'll show you a quick performance of it, and then I'll break it down for you. For this trick, I'll use the 4 aces to help me out. The reason why I use the aces is because, well, they're easiest to focus on, there's not a lot going on with them. I'll get back to those here in a minute. For now, I need a card selected, so what I'll have you do is just say stop anytime, alright? So stop maybe right here. Remember this card. I won't look. It gets lost back somewhere in the middle of the deck, alright? Now what I'll do is I'll take the aces and put them face up around where your card might be. So what I want you to do is focus on the ace that matches your card. So for instance, if you're thinking of the King of Clubs, focus on the Ace of Clubs, and so on, right? You get the idea. So what I'll do is I'll give the deck a magic mix, and what that does is makes one of the aces turn face up inside of the deck. Watch. If we did this right, one of the aces should be reversed in the middle of the deck. Let's take a look. It's not the club, it's not the heart, it's not the spade. Your card must be a diamond card. Watch, one more magic shuffle or magic mix. We should have one card face down again. It should tell us the value of your card. Oh, wait a second. I knew I messed up. That's the Ace of Diamonds. So this card over here must be your card, the 8 of Diamonds. Alright, so this trick is totally impromptu. There was no setup or anything like that. So what you'll do is you'll spread through the deck and you'll up-jog each ace as you come to them, and once you get to the end of the deck, what you'll do is you'll remember the second from top card. So in this case, it'll be the King of Clubs. So your key ace will be the Ace of Clubs, the suit that matches the second from top card, and you'll just make sure the ace is on top of the aces like this, okay? So as you're talking, saying that the aces are going to help you out, you get a break under the top card of the deck. It's just an indifferent card. It doesn't matter what card it is. So as you close up, you just square everything up and lift up all 5 cards above the break. Now you need to casually transfer this Ace of Clubs to the bottom of the packet like this. And what I do is I just say, look, the reason why I use the aces is because they're easiest to focus on, as I just do this, sort of fan them like in a Scottish spread, kind of. And just square them up and put them on the table. Next, what you do is you force the top card, our King of Clubs. And what I like to do is, instead of just cutting the deck and doing it that way, which is, I think, amateur, what you can do instead to make it more casual and natural is do an overhand shuffle, cut off about half the deck, and jog that first card on top of the King of Clubs and shuffle off. That way you have your in jog that you can lift up on and then get into it that way. So riffle down, they say stop, lift up at the break, and then show the card, the King of Clubs. Now you need to control that card at the top of the deck. And what I do is a really cool control by Gilles Couture. I probably pronounced that wrong, but that's okay. And what you do is you sort of dribble the cards on like this, maintaining that jog, lift up at the break, and then you'll swing cut half of the cards above the break like this into your hand, and then swivel that packet there, and this how it goes on top and this on top. And that's called the swivel cut control. So position check at this point, what we have is our force card on top of the deck, and then we have an indifferent card, a second from the face of the packet. So what you'll do is you say, look, I'll put the aces face up in the middle of the deck like this, and what I want you to do is focus on the ace that matches your card. For instance, if you're thinking of the King of Hearts, focus on the Ace of Hearts, and so on. So as you're saying that, what you'll do is kind of spread the packet of aces and get a break under that the top ace there. As you close up, you get a break below it. So you put these back on and you say, I'm going to do a magic mix. And all you do here is, you can just give it one slip cut, but I like to sort of mix it up a little bit. I say, look, I'll give it a magic mix, and I give it that slip cut. Make sure it's sort of tilted like this because you don't want to flash that face up ace. And then you'll sort of do that, and then keep going with it. You can give it like another mix here, and then another swivel, just to mix it up a little bit. So at this point, what you'll have is the aces in the middle with their card face down between them, and the different card that's covering the ace of clubs. So what you'll do is you'll spread through the deck, and once you get to those aces, spread singly so you don't flash that ace of clubs, outjog those aces, and then do a block pushover so you're hiding that ace of clubs. So now you say, look, this tells me what your card is. It's not a heart, it's not a spade, it's not a diamond, it must be a club. So what you'll do, let's take it a step further and give it another magic mix. You just do like any false cut you want, and then you turn the deck face up, and then you spread through, and you have a face down card, which is the ace, but they don't know that. You say, look, this should tell us the value of your card. Oh, wait a minute, this is the ace, so over here must be your card, the King of Clubs. Alright guys, so I hope you learned something new from this video, and if you did, maybe hit subscribe. And until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.